Last night, the Golden State Warriors defeated the Orlando Magic 120 to 97. The story and headline of the game was this confrontation that Draymond Green and Steve Kerr got into in the third quarter when the Warriors were trailing the Orlando Magic 71 to 66. They got into a heated argument, and Draymond Green then walked off the bench, never to return to the game. So I'm just going to read out some comments from after this game, what both sides had to say, and then I'll give you my response. We had it out a little bit, Kerr said. He made his decision to go back to the locker room to cool off. That's all I'm going to say about it. Everything is private. Tempers spilled over, and I thought it was best that I get out of there. I don't think it was a situation where it was going to get better. It was best to remove myself. No, Kerr said. He wasn't going back in. No, he left. He went back to the locker room. We moved forward, and the guys played great. We need Draymond, Kerr said. He's a champion. We have been together for a long time. It's unfortunate what happened, but it happened. Here's what Curry said. The questions are a little bit more negative than they should be. I get why you're asking them, but downstairs right now, the DJ has a good playlist going. The guys are getting their work in, and we are having a good time because we are winning. And here's what Green said. I'm not frustrated at all. I had one turnover today. I had the ball the whole time I was in the game. I know how to fix problems when they are a problem. I had one turnover in my minutes. I essentially ran our offense. We have been at this now for a long time, Green said. Sometimes you're with people for a long time and there's a level of comfort and shit happens. We move forward. So judging by all these comments, both sides are basically saying this is not a big deal. It's fine. They're going to move beyond this and they're just going to forget about this. And I agree with them moving on from this. I don't think it's not a big deal. But then again, I think they're also desensitized to what Draymond does now, that short of him committing some major crime or just doing something very heinous. And it's hard to define heinous with this guy because this guy has assaulted people before and they've looked the other way. I think you would have to unalive somebody for them to really get rid of him, for sure. That's how much of a tolerance they have for his craziness and his horrible antics. So I don't see them trading him. I just don't. I know some people say this one's going to be different, but I don't see Steve Kerr, Stephen Curry getting him traded. These guys are all butt buddies with Draymond. They've always been with him from day one. I kind of describe their relationship with Draymond Green, the equivalent of some girl who keeps on dating this abusive boyfriend and keeps taking him back every time he beats her up or cheats on her for the 100th time. The boyfriend will tell her hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. I was just mad. But now we're good, right? I love you, blah, 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 blah. And the girlfriend takes the boyfriend back and thinks well, he's going to change this time around. I feel that's always been the relationship with the Warriors and Draymond, that they will tolerate and take his abuse. He will talk to them and say he's going to change or be better. They'll accept it and hug each other and not do anything afterwards. It's always been like that with him. To me, I'm always amazed by the cachet he has with his team because I would say short of being a superstar, no other player on any team in this league or in any era could get away with the shit he pulls. To me, it's really absurd. I wonder at times, does Draymond have something like the equivalent to the Epstein files on Stephen Curry, Steve Kerr, and Joe Lacob, where he's threatening them hey, if you ever trade me, I'm going to release these files on you, and then it's going to be over for you, and your life will never be the same. I do wonder that. I think some people have speculated, does he have something, some damning thing on them that can self-incriminate all those guys? I wonder that at times, but I think it's just Occam's razor when it comes to them being loyal to Draymond. I think they're stupidly in love with this guy, that that they kind of view him as like that. It's kind of like, like Steve Kerr, I think is the best example. It's like that teacher. They'll take like 1,000 chances on this horrible student who's rotten, asshole, piece of shit, but they still see the good on him because they'll see that one time he's nice. And that's like that one moment in time where like, all right, this guy's potential. So I'm gonna continue to forgive him no matter how many bad things he does because I think I can save him, I can rescue him, and I think eventually I'm gonna get to him. And he is a good kid at heart. I think that's how Steve Kerr views him, and I think that's really how Stephen Curry views him too. It's like this weird relationship where they want to believe he has some good in him, and they're willing to look like 90% of the bad because I think the bad outweighs the good with them. That's why I think their logic is always stupid. But I think they have this white knight thing going on with Draymond where they feel like they have to save him from himself, and if they don't, then he's going to do something bad to himself to harm him. I think that's really where it comes in. I think they truly believe that Draymond probably would hang himself by some curtains if they weren't there for him. Like he would like unalive himself. I know he's used that threat of mental health and how 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 depressed he gets when people come after him when he gets suspended and all this other crap, and hints at unaliving himself. So I just feel like they have like this weird fear of that shit going down. They're like, oh no, Draymond, don't do it. I can just see them saying that and on top of that, these guys are all cucks. They can't let go of him. They, like I said, they love him too much. To me, it's one of the strangest things because I don't think he's worth it. Like one random stat I could throw out at you guys right now is that he has like 74 turnovers and only 68 field goals made for the whole entire season. So his turnovers are more than his field goals made. That to me is a very mediocre player, but they won't get rid of him. They value him too much from an emotional perspective. And it's a white knight type of thing, I think, going on with all these guys and wanting to save him. They love him. It's pretty dumb because I feel this guy has cost them like multiple titles. For example, he cost them Kevin Durant. I'm willing to bet if they kept Kevin Durant and got rid of him, they probably have a few more titles. You could get any power forward to replace him. I don't think it's that difficult. And then they lost Jordan Poole because he knocked him out and things were never the same, and they picked him over Jordan Poole. And then they've just kept him despite all his antics. They just don't care. I kind of wonder if they would be even willing to trade him for Giannis in his swap. But I think they love him too much. They wouldn't even be able to do that without just feeling too guilty about it. That's how crazy in love they are with Draymond. Grant, I would love to see him in Milwaukee, but it would be a ripoff for the Bucks. But I would just love to see him suffer without Curry. Grant, I think he is suffering this season of the Warriors being a mediocre team. I think they're now like 500 or close to it, but I don't expect great things from them. And I think the one telling thing about this for Draymond is that he's acting up again. I think he will go crazy this season when the Warriors go through like a 7 or 8 game losing streak, and he's going to hurt somebody. I think that's very predictable. He will knock out somebody like he always does, bully somebody, and then we'll see Kerr and Curry just act like a bunch of apologists for him, say like, he's not a bad guy, all right? I still see the good in Draymond. I know he could be better than this, all right? We talked about it. He's taking anger management classes. You have to forgive him. I can just see them doing that dumb plea because they always do it. And then Silver falling for that plea and suspending him for like, I don't know, 20 games or so, and then allowing him to come back because Draymond threatened to unalive himself. Silver nearly starts crying. It's just insane how manipulative this guy is. But I think it only works because the Warriors are filled with cucks. Adam Silver at the top is a cuck. So yeah, when you have a bunch of cucks around you, it's very easy to manipulate them. And Draymond is a master manipulator, but I just don't see them trading him. I don't think they would trade him even for the Joker. That's how much in love they are with him. So he will remain a Warrior, short of getting arrested. I would say, like I mentioned earlier, he would have just had to commit something crazy like unaliving somebody for them to finally get rid of him. That's how much tolerance they have for his rotten antics and him. But I'm not going to say anything else about this.